Hey everybody!
Welcome back
to our channel.
I'm Caleb.
I'm Shay.
So this weekend we had to go to Cuenca to extend our visas another couple of months so we could enjoy this country just a little bit more. Since we had to stay the weekend there, we thought we'd make a quick little video on some highlights of our experience there and some of the stuff we saw and some of the stuff you can expect if you visit. So Cuenca, or Santa Ana de los Cuatro Ríos de Cuenca, commonly referred to Cuenca, is a city that sits at about 2,500 meters in the Andes Mountains. The temperatures range maybe between 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and it can get a little cold there for sure, so make sure you bring a jacket. There is a large expat community in Cuenca, and it does show.
One of the things that you'll most likely see in Cuenca are old buildings, old architecture, and a lot of colonial vibes to it as well. And I feel like they were kept very well maintained. A lot of the structure is still sound and still definitely eye-catching and a sight to see. The city streets were kept so clean, and there were so many little shops everywhere, every corner, and they were very welcoming, and I definitely felt like I wanted to go into every store that I could.
She did. The city is really dense, and it does feel like you could buy almost anything you want on almost any corner.
There is so much street art everywhere.
It really is pretty cool, and it's really interesting to see old colonial buildings with some new age kind of funky street art all over the place. I like the duality, and it's honestly one of the most beautiful cities I think I've ever been to in the world. I would definitely recommend checking it out.
There's lots of different museums that you can visit, and also a lot of tours that they do there that we didn't have the time to see, unfortunately, but I would definitely recommend it, a must-see place to just go check out the different architecture and culture that they have there.
There's cathedrals on almost every corner, and you can see everything from people in business suits to traditional Ecuadorian ladies selling strawberries and wheelbarrows. Taxis are pretty cheap, and there's also a train that goes through a large portion of the city that has large windows, has comfortable seats, and is pretty cheap. There's a lot of ways to get around Cuenca.
Now, on to the visas.
So there's not a lot of information online on how to extend the normal 3-month entry visa that you get upon entering Ecuador. One office that we for sure know about is in Cuenca, and it's one of the most common ones that people tend to go to because there is a lot of expats there, and they are a little more welcoming towards foreigners looking to stay in the country a bit longer.
What you will need is a color copy of your passport, and a form that you can either fill out at home or at the office, which you will need to sign in blue ink.
We will put a link to the government form down below in case you want to show up with it already filled out. There is tons of little print shops or copy places pretty much all over Cuenca that you can find.
For the color copy of your passports, they charged us 50 cents per copy, which I thought was a pretty good deal.
The office itself is on the second floor of the airport for Cuenca. You will then have to take an exact amount of cash, which when we did it was $133.33 exactly, and that amount is to be paid at a nearby bank called Banco del Pacifico, I believe. They will provide you the address at the office and a slip which you take to the bank, and they kind of walk you through the whole process, so it shouldn't be that difficult even if your Spanish skills are not the best.
Cuenca was the only office that we were able to find definitive answers, but there are other offices in different provinces in Ecuador.
Such as Quito, Manta, or Loja supposedly should have the same office. It's called the Migración Office, which is different than the Immigration Office, which helps with long-term visas or getting your cédula.
Overall, our experience in Cuenca was wonderful, and we're really happy that we got our extension to enjoy Ecuador just a little bit longer.
If you have time and are visiting Ecuador, I would definitely put Cuenca as one of the stops to visit. It is a must-see, and it's one of the most beautiful colonial cities I've ever been to.
We also recently set up a Patreon, and we would love if you guys could join us there so that we can also talk with you and answer any questions that you may have.
If you have any ideas on what kind of benefits you would all like as Patreon members, please let us know in the comments down below. Besides that, if you liked our videos, liked us, and want to help us continue to explore the world so we can give you accurate information on all the places we visit, like and subscribe and thumbs up the video.
That concludes our quick video on Cuenca. Thanks for watching.
Bye!
Bye!